Greetings. Monarch Nation, we back. You ain't seen y'all in about a week. Episode 8, Inside the Huddle. My name is Rainy Sorry.
My name is Tim McLaughlin.
Yeah, and we're back here in another episode Inside the Huddle. Coming to you from WOD Studios and the Web Center. Winter sports is in full swing, and it's a good thing. We hope that everyone had a good Thanksgiving break. I think I did. What about you, Tim? How's your Thanksgiving break?
It was pretty good. It was relaxing.
It was relaxing. Yeah, mine was soup. I was just chilling a little bit, watching football a little bit with the fam. So everything was good.
Yeah, same. Now we're gonna get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, get it back in the swing of things. I know y'all missed us for a little bit. We missed you too. We was gone for a second, but we back here. Now we're gonna talk about a little bit of some of the OD updates, and we're gonna go over soccer. Tim will give you the news.
So hey Monarch Nation, final shout out to our men's soccer team.
Shout out to them.
To recap, we were the Conference USA Tournament champions.
Congrats.
And we also absolutely dominated ACC opponent NC State in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Super turnout by all of you guys. It was electric. They unfortunately lost Indiana 3-0 in the second round. The number 2 overall seed.
But they had a good season, though. I mean, nobody expected it before the season that they
were
make it this far.
They were picked 7th in the poll.
In the poll?
Yeah, they were picked 7th in the preseason Conference USA poll.
Oh, that's crazy.
Be sure to come back next season because we're only losing like 4 seniors, so we're going to be good for years to come.
Yep.
So
they're going to be good.
Yeah, good luck to our seniors as they embark on life after ODU. And now we're going to talk about some football.
Yep, now football, since we've been gone, our football Monarchs defeated Rice on senior day to improve it to 5-6. And on the 17th, and then they were led by Stephen Williams, who went for 20 for 29 for 188 yards, no turnovers. That's good. Him being a freshman quarterback, not have turnovers in that game. And he was rushing for 46 yards and 2 scores. And senior Ray Lowry, he had 18 carries for 110 yards and 3 catches for 26 yards. The game was tight throughout. And definitely it was a toss-up at the end, but, Rice scored with 2 minutes left to go up to 21-17, but it wasn't. Then, Stephen Williams, he came back and, had a massive drive with a 75-yard drive, capped it off with a 6-yard run with 37 seconds left. I know that was a big confidence booster for him going into the game and throughout that. And Sean Carter then put up an ice on the cake with a game-sealing interception, so the Mars were on a 3-game winning streak in the season. Finale remaining at Middle Tennessee, but unfortunately, we couldn't do it. It was very unfortunate.
It was a long shot to begin with.
I mean, of course, we are Monarchs. We're older men students. I ain't had them winning. I ain't gonna hold you.
Neither did I. So, but we were 12.5 point underdogs.
Yeah, and it was at Tennessee, and they're a real good team.
Having a good season. So
yeah, I mean, it would have been a miracle if they came back and won, but they won that game.
Also, not to mention that Middle Tennessee is one of 2 Conference USA teams, along with Western Kentucky, who we've never beaten.
Yeah, so wait, never beaten what, in life?
In football.
In football life in general?
Yeah, like since we joined Conference USA.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking you're talking about like since they've been a football program.
No, well, I mean, yes. Well, we've been around since 2009, but since we joined Conference USA, and there are like 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah, because at first we were with the CAA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now okay. Damn, how long we been in Conference USA? Like a good couple years, right?
It was like 3 or 4
years. 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's tough. Hopefully next year they'll come back and maybe beat those guys.
Yeah, because we got a lot of guys coming back. We are unfortunately losing 14 seniors.
Yeah, especially Ray Lowry. He's probably the best running back in Old Dominion history.
And also, he finished. He ran for like yards, like 98 or something. He ran for a good amount of yards in the Middle Tennessee game, and that gave him 4,090 yards in his career, the most rushing yards in the state of Virginia.
Right.
The all-time leader. So yeah, I mean, it was the up and down season.
Although, it was very up and down. I mean,
we had
they were what 2-0 at first, and then
2-0.
It was an 6-game losing streak, and
worst losing streak ever. But you gotta give your hats off to them because
that just shows you the coaching.
Yeah,
as far as with Bobby Wild and the way he's coaching his guys, even though they're losing games, he
keeps their head up.
He keeps their heads up and makes them want to keep winning games
because a lot of teams would have just shut down.
Would shut it down and be like, forget it. Especially the seniors, they probably thinking, hey, it's whatever, man. I'm about to graduate. But they're it shows that they have a lot of pride and they want to, at least be bowl eligible. And they had a chance last Saturday, but they didn't get a chance to do it. They lost to Middle Tennessee, 41-10. But
yeah, the future's bright.
it's future bright for them. I mean, the 2 years before that, they were 5-7, and then last year they was 10-3.
Yeah,
and they went to a bowl game and won it. So
I mean,
definitely next year it can be the same.
They're definitely still growing as a program
Mm-hmm.
because it's just the growing pains of being a young program and all of that.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, like I said, good luck. I mean, congrats to the seniors and congrats to the team.
Yeah,
so they're gonna be a good team.
You got to give your hats off to true freshman quarterback Stephen
Yeah,
Williams.
he's gonna be good next year for sure.
He had a rough start. To
Yeah,
his
he played
campaign,
he played like a freshman. Now
he did. Then
since he had that winning streak.
He played amazing in the last 4 games. No turnovers, and he's developed into a good passer and good rusher. So
yeah, he's gonna be a dual threat
he's gonna
in the
be
league.
tough to stop.
He's gonna be tough to stop in the Conference USA next year. So good luck to them next year. I mean, it's gonna be a good season for them. So I mean, like I said, I got a lot of returning players. I mean, we got Jeremy Cox. He's going to be back. He was backing up Ray Lowry. Now he's going to be the focal point running back for them. And I think even when Ray Lowry was injured, he came in the game and had like 100-yard games here and there. He delivered even in Ray Lowry's absence. So
and we still have other guys to help out Jeremy Cox.
Cox as well. Yep, you're right. So
and we'll be getting Jonathan Dewhart back.
Yeah, and Isaiah Harper, he's doing good in the special teams and all that. So. And then O'Shane, he's good. He's a good DN. So, the future's bright for them. So, congrats to them. Now, we're going to do some college football outside of ODU. There's a lot of teams that's like in the mixture of coming in the playoffs.
Yeah, we're coming into the end of the regular. Well, we're at the in between the regular season.
Now they're just doing the conference championship games and all that. So it's going to be
Saturday.
Yeah. Who y'all? I mean, we're going to do some prediction or what we're going to do?
Yeah, we can do some predictions.
All right.
So, we got one game tonight. It's the Pac-12 championship game between
USC.
What
is it? USC?
Is it USC and
I don't know who the other
Stanford?
team is. I think it's Stanford. It's Stanford.
Yeah.
It's Stanford. Yep.
So, I think that the deal is that both teams are not going to make the playoff whether they win or lose.
Oh, they're not going
because they're like ranked like 10th and 12th or whatever in the rankings.
Yeah, they're not a top 10. Both teams not top 10. I don't think.
Even if they like jumped a couple of spots, it wouldn't be good enough. But
right.
It would still be good to salvage their season. And where's the game at?
I think it's a neutral site game.
Huh?
Is it neutral site?
That's what I would think.
Okay.
But
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I had a prediction who will win the game, I'll have to say USC. Because at first they were going into the season to start the season. I think they were a top 4 team, and then they started taking a couple like losses and a lot of wins that were close games. Like Sam Darnold, I think a lot of people thought Sam Darnold was going to be like he's going to take over the league, the college football season. He might be a Heisman Trophy favorite, but he kind of like
he had a good season, but not as good.
It's not
as
nobody.
Everyone
Nobody expected that was going to be. So, but. I mean, he's going to be a top 3 pick in the draft coming in if he does declare.
Some are thinking that he's going to go to the Browns.
I mean, I was also hearing that he was probably going to put like a Peyton Manning, like if y'all just plan to draft me, I'm not going to the team.
That's what I saw too.
Yeah, so I don't know if what he's going to do. But he denied that. He denied that that's not true. But who knows? But I think for me, I got the USC win. I mean, Stanford. The only person I know is Bryce Love, the running back over there.
They always have good running backs.
I mean,
so,
yeah.
I expect Bryce Love to have a cap off a great season. I know both teams are going to go to a bowl game, but I expect him to have 100+ yards. But I'm picking USC just because Sam Darnold should have a big game.
Right.
He's been having a tremendous season and the sort.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And I think other games that's like coming up this weekend. I think it's Alabama. It's Alabama and
No, Alabama isn't playing.
Oh, they're not playing in the.
No, because they lost to.
Oh, okay.
They lost.
Oh,
to
so
Auburn
Georgia
last
is Georgia and Auburn.
Georgia and Auburn, yeah.
Yeah, but I think.
And basically the main thing with that game is that like the winner is in the college football playoff.
Who you think? Yeah, but I mean, you got winning this game?
I
got Georgia winning. I think. I mean, Auburn. I mean, they good, but when you lose 2 games, the thing about them is, which is the reason why they're like the top 2. They're like ranked 2 in the.
They ranked number 2, yeah.
Because the 2 teams that they won, like the 2 key games that they won were against number 1 seed teams,
Alabama and Georgia.
And Alabama and Georgia. So, and then they play Georgia. They play Georgia again. So,
it is going to be tough to beat Georgia 2 times in 1 year.
Yeah,
but they've been playing really well as of late. I think that was one of Alabama's worst performances in quite some time. So, I don't know. Is this
you don't know?
I'm saying like toss up like 3 points.
3 points.
3 points. Like
3 points.
I'm just saying 3 points. Georgia wins.
Yeah, I think I got Georgia winning. I mean, I think Nick Chubb, he's a good running back too. He's been with them for a long time. He was backing up Todd Gurley Gurley was good. So,
yeah.
But I mean, he kind of regressed this year, but I think he's going to have a good game. I think the other games that's up this weekend is Miami versus
Clemson.
ACC championship game. That's going to be a good game too. I think. I don't know about Miami though. Like Miami's good, but like
they kind of fallen off.
I mean, not falling off because they lost one game last week.
Yeah, not really falling off.
And it was like a short week because they did play on a Friday.
Yeah. So
I mean, by the same time, it's like they play at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's only won 5 games this year.
They're not going to a bowl game.
Not going to a bowl game.
That's a pretty bad loss. And it's like Miami would be in the top 4 now, and I think they were like, were they like number 1?
Number 1.
Yeah, they were number 1.
Who? You talking about?
No, wasn't Miami number 1
in the country?
Yeah.
No, there were 2.
Well, still, if they had not lost Pittsburgh, they'd be in the top 4. So that kind of.
Oh, they would have. Yeah, they would have been tough. I think they probably would have been 1-1.
I know.
I think they definitely been the number 1 ranked team in the country because they would have been, I think, the only team that didn't lose a game. Well, besides Wisconsin, but nobody cared about Wisconsin. Wisconsin's trash. I mean, it was crazy. They're the most overrated. Wisconsin's the most overrated team in college football. They ain't played nobody. Just like Alabama, they ain't played nobody. They ain't played nobody.
So we'll see.
If they do make the playoffs, they're gonna get thrashed by any team. If it's Oklahoma,
before we talk about the Big Ten.
Yeah, got you.
Let's talk about ACC. So yeah, this game is in Charlotte. As the ACC championship has been the past couple years.
My prediction. Oh, you want to be known prediction? Who's gonna win?
You can go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll say. I don't know, man. Just thinking about it now. I mean, Clemson is good too, but I mean, when you lose to Syracuse, like, come on now. You lost to a basketball school, like. Yeah. Come on, you lost to Syracuse.
Syracuse isn't the best.
It's not even good, and you lose to Syracuse. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, as far as Clemson, I don't think Clemson really played nobody too. I don't really know who you can say that was like a significant win. Who they played this year that was like, you can say, oh yeah, that's why they're in the top 4. Now I can't think of nobody.
I know.
I think this week we're gonna find out for sure.
I know they had a few like big like non-conference games.
Just like Alabama did, just like Wisconsin did. I think so. I mean, but now I'm saying that. I got Miami winning this game because Miami. That's the thing about them. Like they were always like I think even before the Pittsburgh game, like a lot of the games that they played, they were losing at first, and then they always rallied back. Especially I think the UVA game. Yeah. They were down like 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, and then
that was a big comeback.
Then they came back and they won it, and then they got the big U chain, and they were rocking it up. So yeah, it was at Miami. So I mean, I think I got Miami winning this game. I think they really pissed off that the way they lost that game against Pittsburgh of all schools.
Wasn't a good performance.
It wasn't a good performance at all. So I think they're really going to show who they is. I mean, it's a neutral field, so and they don't really have. They're going to have some type of advantage in a sense because I mean they got their fans and they got Clemson's fans, so it's not going to be like a big. Like, if they play at Clemson, then
it'd be a lot different.
It'd be a lot different. I will have Clemson winning that game because it's at Clemson, but it's a neutral side. They're going to have their fans, Miami fans, and Clemson's going to have their fans. So it's going to be a 50-50, like, fan rate. And, I mean, we're just going to see. I got Miami win this game.
Yeah, to me, you got to take into effect that Clemson rates in, like, the top 10 of, like, all of the defensive categories.
Right.
And stuff like that. And like they got good offense and defense, but they're like I guess more known for their defense with all that. But whereas Miami has been like putting up like amazing numbers on the offensive end week in and week out for the most part, which is why I'm saying that the game is going to be decided at the line of scrimmage.
Oh yeah,
in the trenches. So
most definitely.
I mean, I'm saying Miami, but it's going to be a close game.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, most of the games been close games as far as with Miami. So I think
like both teams, if they want to win, they got to get off to a good start.
Right.
And for both halves and in the half. So and also they got to whoever wins the turnover battle is going to win the game.
Right. Yeah, you're right about that. Now, We talked about Wisconsin and
Big Ten now.
Big Ten, Wisconsin versus Ohio State. Ohio State will beat them by 3 touchdowns. I'm calling that now. Wisconsin is not good. I mean, they're good. I mean, obviously they're good. They undefeated, but they ain't played nobody. I mean, just like they say. I remember I was watching. I think First Take today, and I think they brought in Tim Tebow. And he was asking about.
They sometimes
Wisconsin he was asking if they deserve to be in the top 4 college playoff. He said no, they ain't played nobody. Just like they said Alabama didn't play nobody. Let Alabama and Wisconsin play against each other. Alabama will beat them down. They will beat the brakes off of them. I'm calling it. They're not doing that. They're gonna do that. Alabama will beat Wisconsin, just like they say. Like I said, both teams, they ain't playing nobody this year. They playing against non-conference schools, these small little schools.
Yeah, they gotta. If you want to.
Like who's the only team they played? Like you can say like, oh, that was like a definite game. Like who? LSU? Because they did play. I'm talking Alabama this year.
They beat Mississippi State in 28-21.
Was it Alabama?
It was at Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. Oh, I mean both games. Okay, we can say both of them. But come on.
Alabama has had a few close calls, but whereas Wisconsin, on the other hand, has not. They haven't really had anybody. They haven't faced nobody. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be their first real test.
Yeah.
So we'll be seeing how that game works out. But I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna go with Ohio State by I'm saying 10 points.
I got 27-14.
Yeah.
10 to 17 points I got. Now I think who is Oklahoma's playing in the Big 12? Do you know? I don't even know.
Is it TCU?
TCU? Okay,
yeah.
TCU. Okay. I mean, I got Oklahoma winning. I mean, their defense is trash, but when you got Baker Mayfield on the court on the center, you can do no wrong. So
he gets everything done.
He's the Heisman Trophy winner by far. He's definitely one that I don't think nobody else is coming up near him. So
I mean, throughout most of the season, it was kind of Saquon Barkley.
But then he had. I mean, then after that he
had a couple mediocre.
He had a couple 50-yard rush games. So
yeah, they kind of stopped him.
Kind of stopped him for that. But I got what's it called? I got Oklahoma win this game.
Yeah, me too.
TCU, they're okay. They're all right team,
okay defense, but they're not going to be able to stop Baker Mayfield.
No,
he's having
not even close.
He's having a huge game.
Not even close.
He's having a huge game.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm saying 17 points.
17 points.
17 points.
Yep. I see that happening too. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of good games this weekend for
Yeah, I mean,
for football team,
also
for all college games.
Also, not as important in a sense, but ODU's conference has their Conference USA championship. North Texas at FAU.
FAU winning that one.
Yeah, West Division and East Division winners, and FAU won the regular season meeting. It was like 55-21.
Oh, they're definitely winning that game. That's not even close. Yeah. We should move on from the next topic. That's at this point.
Yeah.
So we can since we're done with college football and everything, we should talk about men's basketball for ODU. ODU men's basketball, they have gone off to a pretty good start, starting at 5-2 in the early going, and they finished the Charleston Classic going 2-1, highlighted by a 75-67 win over Dayton. Yeah, and Dayton's a really good team. Like they've been in the
they've been in the NCAA
tournament. I think the past couple of years, and they're a really good team.
Conference.
Yeah, VCU conference. So and they beat them kind of handily, and then after that, the Monarchs then traveled to Williamsburg to take on William Mary, and oh Lord, when they made that fluke 3-point shot, I was shocked.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you everybody for ODU thought that they were going to win after the Randy Haynes tip in with right before that shot.
Right.
You can't get your hopes too high against William Mary just because they're a good team.
Mary Mary's a good team? I didn't know that.
They've had ODU's number.
I mean, yeah.
They've had our number.
But I mean, ODU, it seems like when they play certain teams, ODU play certain teams, it's just because they just have the number.
William Mary lost in the CAA championship last year.
But didn't CAA?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah, they used to play.
Yeah, play each other all the time. I remember back in the day, they used to play each other.
Yeah, William Mary is still in the CAA. They've never been to the NCAA tournament,
right.
But they actually last night or well, a couple of nights ago, they were playing Marshall, who's from ODU's conference, and William Mary ended up beating them 114 to 104.
Yeah.
And William Mary hit a school record 13 threes, or I can't. It was something crazy, but
Right. I mean, you're right about that. I mean, but the thing about, I mean, ODU, I mean, like I said, they're having a good start so far. I mean, they still can't really shoot like that.
they're developing.
They're still developing, but they still play great defense against a lot of good opponents. So, I mean, it's gonna be a good game. But now, that was a good. Even though they lost that game, they should have won the game. But it still shows that they're on the rise. And then they play them. When did they play them? When did they play William Mary? When did ODU play William Mary? It was last week. It was during the break. I remember it was during the break when you didn't watch the show. I mean,
it was a week. It was like a week and a half ago.
A week and a half ago. Yeah. Now, I mean, then they played.
Sure, but yeah, then they played. Then they hosted the University of Maryland Eastern Shore.
Yeah, you went to that game, right?
Last Monday.
You went
to
that
game. Yeah, and they're in like the smaller NEAC conference.
Yeah, and
they kind of rebounded in a big way.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, now BJ Stiffy, he led the Monarchs with double figure, 14 points. But the star of the game was Michael Hewitt Jr. He had 12 points. All of them was 3-point shots. The man can shoot the lights out from three with 3 assists. And then Xavier Green finished with 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. But most importantly was 7% from charity stripe. That's really good. I mean, he's really I think he is our best free throw shooter. We still having trouble shooting free throws, but outside of him, he's still the one that can still shoot the free throw shot and
if he can be a consistent free throw shooter, then that'll help the team.
The team could add more points to the score, and then we got 7 rebounds with Trey Porter. He had 10 points with 7 rebounds, while Man Stiff had 9 points, 8 rebounds for the game, and ODU out rebounding them 56-32. So that's big. They outscored the bench 38-8, which is even great. And
had more 19-2 second chance points, points in the paint, and they just dominated that game. Really like Michael Hewitt Jr.'s stroke, and hope that Xavier Green keeps on shooting like he's been doing from the free throw line.
Yep.
And because if we can develop like 3-4 guys, which I know we have, and like Maud Caver, BJ Stith, Michael Hewitt, Xavier Green, who can shoot, then we can have a more balanced offense.
Yeah, most definitely.
And stuff. So that'll help out in the long run.
Most definitely.
And with all that said, ODU takes on arch rival VCU in Richmond this Saturday, the second at 7 p.m. It's gonna be televised locally on Masson, and it's gonna be a great game. I think they're meeting for like the 92nd.
That's like the rivalries.
Yeah.
Both teams hate each other. Both schools hate each other.
All the students call it like ODU Hate Week, VCU Hate Week.
I've seen it all through social media.
It's been so much Twitter posts and all that. So it's gonna be a good one. Unfortunately,
it's at VCU.
We haven't beaten VCU at VCU since like 2010, 2011.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I was looking at the stuff on ODUsports.com, and they beat us. What was it like? By like 2 or 3 last year. 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, especially last year. I remember like watching hearing about last year. Like they were up by like 20, and pretty much they just couldn't. I mean, Mo Ali Cox couldn't was getting every rebound, dunking the ball. You had I don't know.
It's gonna be tough.
But it's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game.
Justin Tillman and like other good guys at VCU, but we have athletic guys as well. But it's a shame that we don't have the good coach, like the coaches who coached the teams when we played each other like 2 or 3 times a year, and then Blaine Taylor and Shaka Smart like was the case back in the CAA days, glory days. But now it's different and not as big stakes, but should still be a great game. And
it should be a good game.
Tune in.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be tough. I mean, it's at VCU. The VCU. I mean, their crowd is always electric when you play at the Siegel Center. And I've been a couple of VCU games growing up, and they really good team. So I mean, they're always in the tournament.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah, I've been there before. Yeah, it's a big environment over there. And then ODU. I mean, they're gonna if they win this game. I mean, it will give them a confidence that they can really beat anybody. Because, like I said, VCU is always in the tournament every year. they've been in the tournament I think since like 2010. So they've been
Really?
there, I think like 2011, 2010, 2011. Like really when it was 2011, they made it like the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Like
well,
when they made that run,
you mean the Final Four?
they made the Final Four. Yeah, when they
Yeah.
made the Final Four, like I
Yeah.
think 2011. Then when they did that, then it was like their confidence kept going up. I mean, they ever since they made that run,
they got
they've
a
been
good
making
program. We're not quite to their level yet in a sense, but we're almost there.
We on the rise, so it's gonna be a good game. So hopefully they come back. This game they'll be victorious on Saturday. So and then now we're gonna be on the women's basketball. I mean, it's been very tough for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet.
Well, no, they have.
Oh, they did win a game.
Yeah. They won their first game of the season yesterday.
Oh, yesterday when that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Like,
the
event.
education
Yeah,
day game thing,
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, before that, they were off their worst start ever, going like 0-6. But they rebounded in a big way. It was like 56-45 or like 9 points or something like that. And they had kids from several Norfolk elementary schools and
come out and social support.
It was a great environment. They do that every single year. It was the 7th time they've done that, and they won the game for the 6th straight time. It's pretty cool. This Monarchs Sports Fans is what sports are all about. For the kids coming out, our team is being role models for the future leaders and all that stuff. So ODU finished with a school record 13 3-pointers, and also shout out to Victoria Morris, who was honored earlier this week as Conference USA Freshman of the Week when she averaged 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists for the Monarchs in 3 games like last week. And hopefully this is like a confidence booster for them and turns their season around.
Yeah, hopefully it does for them. Hopefully this win will bring some more wins for them, and then they'll, still more confidence in their team, and, hopefully they'll come back victorious in a lot of the other games. So hopefully good luck to them. Now I'll be going into wrestling, and Tim will give you more news about that for ODU.
Yeah, so the Wrestling Monarchs haven't had too much going on over the past 2 weeks since we've been gone, but main thing was that the Wrestling Monarchs fell to number 6 in the nation, NC State, 25-15 on Thursday. And the Monarchs were neck and neck with the Wolfpack until the very end. They just couldn't finish off the upset. And now just kind of to list them off in the respective weight classes for 125, Michael McGee, technical fall over Thomas Cox of NC State, 15-0. 133, Caleb Richardson of ODU, decision over Jamel Morris of NC State, 7-3. 141, number 141, number 2 in the country, Kevin Jack of NC State, defeated number 15 in the nation of ODU, Alex Madrigal, 6-1. Weight class 149, Keenan Carter of ODU defeated number 17 in the nation, Jamal Morris, NC State, 3-2. In weight class 157, number 13 in the nation, Hayden Hidley, major decision, I'm not sure, whatever. Over number 10 in the country, Larry Early of ODU, 13-5. Weight class 165, Brian Hamon of NC State defeated Ben Schramm of ODU, 13-3. 174, number 20 in the country, Selden Wright defeated Sam Milikian, 16-6. And 184, number 3 in the country, Pete Rinda defeated Antonio Agui, 17-1. 197, number 8 in the country, ranked Michael Machiavello defeated John Agostino, 17-2. And then lastly, in weight class 285, Malik McDonald NC State defeated Ali Wahab, 11-1. And they competed really well, and this just shows you that they can compete with the very best in the country. And they start conference play on Saturday at 2 o'clock, and kind of got a short turnaround where they have to travel to Missouri, the University of Missouri, to take on start conference play, number 4 team in the country. So good luck to them. And I got most of this information from ODU Sports, and now we're going to talk about some pro sports.
Yeah, now some pro sports. Looking back at the thriller of the Packers Steelers game from the past week. Yeah, it was. I mean, watching that game. I mean, the Steelers, they're a really good team. I mean, but at the same time, it seems like when they play against the not the all right teams, they always like make it a close game for some reason, which is weird. I mean, Brett Hundley, he looked like Brett Favre in that game. I mean, it was crazy.
He had his best game.
Of his whole career, just playing. He played like he was looking like back when he was in UCLA. So, I mean, he played well. He had a lot of confidence in himself.
Maybe he'll win a couple of games, turn the Packers around.
Turn the Packers around before Aaron Rodgers come back, because they're saying that Aaron Rodgers supposed to be coming back, and I think he's expected to practice this weekend, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess a pretty quick return.
Really quick return with him. So I mean, it's possible that he might make it, and yeah, we'll see about that. And then now, the Steelers are a good team. I mean, I think what's his name? I think name Antonio Brown. He had 10 catches for 150 yards.
He had a great game.
He had a really great game.
Yeah, that was quite the ending.
Yep.
It was, when the Steelers made a field goal, or it was time expired or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Went back and forth, and I got two good teams. The Steelers, I think, have won 9 or 10 in a row or something like that. So.
Yeah. Now we off the Packers and Steelers game. Now let's talk about me not being a Redskins fan anymore. I'm just gonna go. Let me just say this, because I think if you the loyal listeners out there that have been listening to the show, you know I used to be a Redskins fan my whole life, since I came out the womb till earlier this school, since the show started. But I mean, I think the last show we did, I think, who did we play? Did we play the Saints?
Yeah, they played the Saints.
Our last episode we did, I think it was before the Saints game, and literally, I'm telling you now, that Saints game when they were up 31-16 with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the game, and they still lose. Why would I still be a Redskins fan? I'm done. I'm letting you listeners know. I'm letting you listeners know. All the loyal listeners out there that have been listening to the show, I'm not a Redskins fan anymore. So when the Redskins start losing games, don't come to me and ask me, "Oh, what happened to your Skins? What happened to your Skins?" Don't ask me no questions. I don't affiliate with the Redskins no more.
I mean, I'm still somewhat a Redskins fan.
Congratulations, Tim.
But I'm losing interest week in. Never. I'm losing interest day in and day out. I mean, personally, I watch college sports more than professional sports. But
I got you.
That game last night was.
Let's talk about. Okay, so like I said, we talking about the Redskins. The Redskins play against the Cowboys, and it shows you why all you Redskins fans might as well just tank this season and say the season's over with. They lost 14-38 against the Cowboys. The man Dak Prescott only had 100 and some yards. He didn't even have 200 yards. He only threw the ball for over 100 yards. Passing yards.
Alfred Morris had a good game.
He played like he was his first 2 years with the Redskins. And, of course, he does that against the Redskins. Why would I be a Redskins fan? You lose 14-30. James Crowder had his worst game in his career.
I'm sitting here like, the Redskins used to have Alfred Morris. So shouldn't they have his number, or shouldn't they be able to stop him?
No, because it's the Redskins. That's how it is. I mean, it's just like, come on now. Come on.
But yeah, I mean,
that's the thing. That's the thing. What I'm saying, with them, James Conner had the worst. I keep saying we because I'm not affiliated with them, but
it's
I get you. But I think we had the ball. I think they had the ball the first drive, and they were moving the ball, and then what happened? They in the red zone, and then Kirk Cousins threw him a pass to James Crowder. He dropped it. It wasn't a bad pass. He had it in his facility.
Yeah,
the man dropped it and then tipped it to the Cowboys.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch the first quarter or so. I had other stuff going on, but they had 3 turnovers. I mean, a lot of the turnovers. They had so many turnovers, and they had those 3 turnovers in the first half, and they killed them.
Most of the points came off. I'm talking about the Cowboys. Most of it is just off field position, good field position. All their scores pretty much was in the midfield. It wasn't like they marched from the 20, then they marched all the way to to their red zone and they scored. It wasn't like they were pretty much in midfield and they scored, and then they just went and scored. I mean, it's just at this point, the Redskins should just, it was over with. You're trash. The Redskins is trash. They're not good.
It's a real shame though, because Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
He had a good game last night.
I mean,
in defeat, he did.
The man could not stay in the pocket for too long, for like 3 seconds. Every time he's
I
in the
swear
pocket,
they sacked him more times.
Demarcus Lawrence from Cowboys. He was playing like he was Reggie White out there. He was just like.
Well, it doesn't help the Skins that they've had an inconsistent offensive line. They've had guys get hurt.
This is really like a loss. It's really a lost season for them. This is pretty much the season of injuries.
Really, the
year of injuries.
From the start.
You're Jonathan Allen's out. Trent Williams, his knees is bad. Morgan Morris has been out. Spencer Long, the center, is injured.
The list goes on and on.
The list goes on. We can go all day about how bad the injuries been going for the Redskins so far. So
all of them,
everything from top to bottom. So this is a lost season where they're 5-7. They're pretty much out the playoffs. A lot of players that's pretty much injured. They should just go on IR and just take it out. Just take a break. So Trent Williams, I think he's playing with like a really, really bad knee. Like he probably need like microscopic knee surgery or something like that. Like
that's not good.
That's not good. Like he really been fighting through it, and it shows how much of a warrior he is. So
I wouldn't.
This season's over with.
To me, although the season is over with, I wouldn't want them to tank.
No, tank. You have to tank. It's over. There's no point.
I know.
There's no point in winning games. Tank and get a draft pick, get a high draft pick. If I was the Redskins, I would get Barkley from Penn State. So because we can get a real running back. So Monty P. he can run a little bit, but they really need a running back. They need that. They need some defense
because
players.
Barkley's probably going to be a top 10 pick.
He's going to be a top 5 pick.
Top 5 pick,
yeah. He's going to be a top 5 pick. And
you're right. Unless we tank, we're not going to get him.
Yeah, but either that.
Very true. Because
or get Josh Rosen. Sam Darnold, one of these guys. That's
the thing, though.
Because it's possible that Kirk Cousins is not.
It's a shame for Kirk Cousins because he's been on the franchise tag the last 2-3 years, and I'm sitting here like these last few games of the season are crucial for him and the Redskins. They're crucial.
Over.
So
it's over.
It was. I wish he could be the franchise quarterback, but it's not.
He should.
It's not entirely his fault.
It's not. He's not. It's not his fault.
In a sense, it's the team's fault.
They should have gave him a contract 3 years ago. They should have given him a extension 3 years ago, and they had to go through this problem. But no, they didn't want to do that because the Redskins are trash. They are garbage.
They don't.
I don't feel it with them no more.
Like for Christmas,
I don't feel it with them no more. But I'm telling you now, it's over with. I don't even want to talk about. Let's go to the next topic. Eli Manning. His streak is over. 210 game streak.
Yeah, he
started over. It's over with.
One of the longest starting game
as an active player.
Ever.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Geno Smith is the starting quarterback this week.
Yeah,
for Giants.
My reaction to that is, Eli, man, he's a good quarterback. He's okay quarterback. I think a lot of people look at it in his career and think, oh yeah, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. But the man, he's good. He's pretty much like one of the best quarterbacks in Giants history.
He led them to a good season.
They won 2 Super Bowls
with
him.
2 Super Bowls.
So he's good. I think he really got a raw. I think really what they should have done was just let him just play out throughout the whole year. Let's just let it play out throughout the way. Don't even mention him even getting out the game or not let him start. They should have just let him play throughout the whole year and then try to release him next season. This season's
because
over with.
Although their season, since they started at 0-6, 0 something crazy like that, why change quarterbacks when your season is already over?
I think just stick with the quarterback.
What I'm like.
Stick with the quarterback. At the same time, though, it's just
maybe they just want to change.
2 of his receivers is out for the year. Brandon Marshall, Odell, they're both out for the year. He doesn't have his O-line is trash. They're terrible as well. So it's a tough situation for him. I think he's going to be in a good situation next year. I think there's going to be a lot of teams that will want his services. I think Denver, of course. When what's his name? When Peyton Manning got released when he got released from the Colts, he went to the Broncos because John Elway was there. He recruited to come there. Same thing. I think it's going to be the same for Eli. I think Eli's going to go to Denver. I think he wants to be in a situation where they're in the win now. Because really, Denver, even though they're 3-8, they really they're really missing a quarterback because they got the defense. The defense is still a top 5 defense.
They have been
2 good receivers.
They have not been the same since Peyton Manning retired.
Yeah, they have 2 good receivers in Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, their running back C.J. Anderson, he's okay. All they're missing is a quarterback. You can bring in Eli in, and he'll do good.
Pieces. They
got
need
pieces.
the final piece
only
of
missing
the
his quarterback.
puzzle, yeah.
They just missing his quarterback. Same. He might go to Jacksonville. I mean, they sent Jacksonville as well because Tom Coughlin, he's like the GM over there. He knows him very well, of course. He was his coach.
Or he can go to the Texans. Maybe.
No way.
No,
well, they got Deshaun Watson. He's out for the year, but he's going to be back. He's going to be.
Yeah, you're right. We're talking long term. Yeah.
We long term. They wanted somebody long. They're not going to bring him just because. He's 35. He's going to be probably playing another like 3 years.
Yeah,
he might as well. I mean, Deshaun Watson's going to be back this next season.
But yeah, also got to say congrats to ODU's former quarterback Taylor Heineke.
Oh yeah, speaking of Texans,
is with the practice squad of the.
Yeah,
Texans.
Congrats. Hopefully
he can get some good. Practice
time, and then hopefully be there in the training camp and
win the backup spot.
For Deshaun Watson. Yep. Because Tom Savage is trash. He's trash, and then I think that's so far for Eli. And now Josh Gordon, he's going to start his first game since December of 2014. I mean, I'm really happy for him. I think I watched some of his documentary about his during his time in rehab.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's on. I think it's on. If you talk about on YouTube, you just type in like Josh Gordon documentary or something like that. Yeah. And you see his pretty much what he was from then and now. Like pretty much his whole time there in rehab, and he pretty much is telling his story about pretty much how he would drink alcohol before a game, or he would smoke weed before a game. I guess when he was with the Browns earlier in his career. He was doing that. He was smoking weed and
he made some mistakes, but he learned from them.
He's learning from it. And I think now he's sober, clean. So hopefully, this is pretty much his last chance. I think he knows this is his last chance to really show that he's really, because prior to that, the man looked like he was going to be one of the best wide receivers of all time. Like that year when he went 1,800 yards. I think 3 years ago. So. Yeah, he's gonna be. It's gonna be. I'm really happy for him. I think he's gonna.
Yeah.
Do
so I hope he succeeds.
Yeah, most definitely. I think he's gonna succeed really well.
He's coming back.
So hopefully that's good for him. And now we're gonna do some little predictions for the key matchup games this week. Seahawks versus the Eagles.
Sunday night game.
I mean, the Eagles. They're a good team. Of course, they're 10-1. Me personally, I think they're one of the most overrated teams in the league because, like I said, they ain't play nobody. But they're really good. But, I mean, Carson Wentz, I really like Carson Wentz, though. Carson Wentz is a really good quarterback. I mean, you cannot tackle this guy.
He's on pace for MVP.
He's definitely winning MVP. I think it's between him and Tom Brady. But I got Carson Wentz winning. Carson Wentz going to win it for sure.
Carson Wentz.
If he shows it these next month of the season, how he is, he's gonna be good. So I got this game, I got the Seahawks win this game, though, because it is at Seahawks. Yeah, I got Seahawks win this game. It's at Seahawks.
Seattle is a really tough place to play.
It's hard, tough place. I'm surprised even the Redskins even won that game. So, but I mean, even though the defense, I mean, they're missing the Legion of Boom, they still, I mean, Cam Chancellor's out, Sherman's out for the year, but they still got Bobby Wagner, they still got Martellus Bennett, they got Sheldon Richardson, Earl Thomas, he's back from injury.
Yeah,
I think that they're going to show. I mean, it's kind of, and then on the offensive side, even though Russell Wilson doesn't have nobody as far as on the.
He still delivers.
He still delivers. He pretty much is the team, really. So he has to save them. So I mean, even though the Eagles defense is really good. I mean, this is pretty much this team. I mean, this game is pretty much the only outside of when they played against the Chiefs early in the season. I'm talking about
the Eagles.
The Eagles. This is pretty much the only team that they really going to play so far that's going to be good. I mean, because I think they still got to play the Saints. I think. But this game is in a long time was the only game they really played a really good opponent.
The Eagles beat the Cowboys twice.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a close game though. I think it's gonna be close. I think I got it 23-17 this game. So what you think? What you got?
I'm saying that the Eagles are gonna win by a touchdown.
A touchdown?
Yeah.
Oh. I won't be surprised by that. I mean, it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game.
It's gonna go right down to the end.
To the end. Yep.
Yeah. I got that. It's going to be a good game of the week, but I'm saying Eagles 28, Seahawks 21.
Yeah, man. We'll see. But now,
it would have helped the Eagles, if the Redskins had won
to
clinch the division.
I mean, they're going to clinch it regardless. I mean,
nobody
else.
It doesn't really matter.
There's nobody else in that division that's pretty much can make it an interesting.
The Cowboys are holding on for a wild card berth.
They're not going to make it either. I mean, even though the Cowboys won that game,
that's only if they win. Like
they have to win it out. They have to win out. That's not happening. So. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. And now next game for a key matchup is Patriots versus the Bills. I got Patriots winning this game. I mean, even though the Bills they beat the Chiefs last week.
Yeah, the Bills are having a decent year.
Yeah, they're having a decent year.
Ups and downs and stuff, but I'm going with Patriots by 2 touchdowns.
I got Patriots 2 touchdowns as well. I mean, it seemed like when's the last time they beat them?
The Bills beat the Patriots?
Yeah, I think it's been a long time.
I don't even know.
I think it's been a long time. So the Patriots, the Patriots, they're gonna be a good team. I mean, they're gonna win this game. They're a really good team. I mean, they're pretty much the only good team in the AFC outside of the Steelers. So I got the Patriots winning this game 31-14-17. Like it's gonna be like a 2-touchdown game. That's like what Tim said. So yep. Now another game we got is Falcons versus the Vikings. It's at Vikings. The Vikings been playing really good. Case Keenum been playing like a Pro Bowl player. I don't know how, but I mean he's really showing out. Yeah, I mean the Falcons been playing. It's been proving well too.
He's really delivered in Teddy Bridgewater's absence.
And because I mean it's still a week to week thing with Case Keenum. Pretty much if Case Keenum has one of these games where he's throwing like a couple picks here and there, Ted Bridgewater's going to get in the game. Yeah. So it's still like
I want to see how he does in his return.
And I think I see what Mike Zimmer is doing really is like what Mike Zimmer is doing is pretty much trying to not make Case Keenum look comfortable. Like pretty much he doesn't want to say, oh, he's a starter. Like he wants to make it seem like, oh, it's a
he wants to do what's best for the team.
He wants to do what's best for the team, but what I'm saying is like he's not saying, oh, like excuse me. He doesn't want Case Keenum. He don't want to announce that, oh, Case Keenum's a starter. Be rolling with Case Keenum because I think he's gonna feel like he's comfortable. Oh, I'm good. Like even if I throw a couple picks, I'm still gonna be in the field. But I think him saying it's gonna be a week to week thing where Case Keenum was still, he's still the starter, but it's just gonna be a week to week basis with him. We're not fully all in with him. I think it shows him that he got to be on his P's. He really got to be on the film and really study what's going on. So, yeah. But going into that, I got Vikings win this game too because the Vikings been playing really good defense so far. They got the best defense in the league. I got it going to 27-17.
Yeah, because I mean the Falcons are having a okay year. Definitely not like their year last year. But
yeah, most definitely.
The Vikings are one of the best. In the NFC at least. I got the Vikings winning by let's see 31-17.
Oh, what's that saying?
31-17.
Got you. All right, now last game we're gonna predict for NFL. It's Panthers versus the Saints. The Saints they lost a close game. It was a close game. It was a good game to the Rams. Yeah. The Saints been playing really, really good. Alvin Kamara is pretty much the rookie of the year. I got him going rookie of the year.
Drew Brees is having a good season.
He have a good season. Mark Ingram's playing good. I mean, the Panthers they playing all right. But I got the Saints win this game. I think the Saints, like I said, even outside the loss against the Rams, they've been playing really, really good defense and on the offensive side as well.
This game is in New Orleans.
It's
right?
in New Orleans. So I got the Saints win this game, 23-10. No, I can't do that. 23-14.
I was about to say that's too low scoring. Yeah, I got the Saints winning as well. Panthers are having a okay-ish year, but not to the level that the Saints are. I'm saying 27-14.
Keep going.
So yeah, moving on to the NBA now. We have a few things to go over. Let's just start off by saying as to how there's a little scum early on in the season. Nikola Mirotic and is ready to move on from the Bobby Portis incident.
Yeah, because he got clotheslined by him so bad. He beat him. I mean, Bobby Portis beat him so bad, like his face got he got concussion and all that other stuff. And he's been out. I mean, pretty much he hasn't been playing.
Like facial
fracture or something like that. I mean, he hasn't really been playing. He hasn't played this year because of Bobby Portis, and I look like he's ready to move on. He's being a bigger person. So shout out to Meritus for being that
That's
guy.
when you just got to keep your emotions from getting the best.
Yeah, getting the best because at the end of the day,
you're on the same team.
You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be losing millions of dollars because of that. So he's just taking his pride. He's being prideful.
And
yeah. So you got to do that. Yep. So that's good for him. Now another topic is Derrick Rose. He's taking a break, leave of absence because I think he pretty much wants to figure out if he wants to still play basketball or not. I think it's kind of like I think he's been getting injured every year since he tore his ACL. I think 2012.
Has he had a full season?
He hasn't.
Yeah.
So. He hasn't had a full season yet. So he hasn't had his full season. He hurt his he tore the ACL I think 2012. So
it's been. I
think I think he just kind of just over it. Like, man, I'm keep getting injured. Like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this.
I kind of feel bad for him, but at the same time, there's just sometimes guys out there who are just more injury prone than others.
Yeah, most definitely. So I mean, that's crazy. But I mean, hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery. Hopefully he come back. I think he is going to come back because I mean I think what I'm hearing is that even if he does retire from the season, like he does retire overall, he might lose a lot of money from his Adidas deal.
Yeah.
He might lose. They say he might lose like $80 million. Come on, you're not gonna leave $80 million on the table. If you're doing that, you crazy, you bugging. So
yeah, I don't think he's gonna leave for good.
No, definitely.
If he would, you might as well wait until the end of the season.
Yeah.
Because that's the right time to do it.
Yeah.
As most players do.
Yep. Now, speaking of Derrick Rose and the Cavs and everything, the Cavs they won 10 straight. They won
10 straight. Yeah.
They won 10 straight. Yeah, I mean, they've been playing really, really good basketball so far. I mean, LeBron's been playing like an MVP player.
But we knew it was going to take them time.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, I expected that. I didn't think it was going to happen like – I mean, they had a bad November. I mean, they had a bad October. Yeah. This whole November, they've been playing really – I mean, now it's December.
It's
but
not really an overnight
thing. It's just, when you have a whole new roster of players, it's always going to be tough to do that. I mean, the same thing happened with
you gotta
Miami.
Find out what everyone's strengths and weaknesses are. You gotta gel. So you gotta –
And then they gelling. They gelling, and now look, they win 10 straight games, and now look, they're going to be one of the best teams in the East, and I mean it's going to be good. So, I mean now the Cavs been playing good, but the Celtics they've been playing okay. I mean they won yesterday against the 76ers.
Yeah,
but so before that they lost 2 of the last 4, and since when they started 16-0. So I mean
amazing start.
Amazing start. So they've been playing really. I mean they haven't been playing that good the last. Before yesterday's game, they were, like I said, they lost 2 of the last 4, but, they did beat 76ers yesterday. So hopefully, maybe, it's looking like they kind of coming back, so it's going to be good.
We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, see what happens with that. And the Wizards, I'm a Wizards fan.
Me as well.
I'm not leaving them. I'll leave the Redskins. I don't rock with them, but the Wizards is always Wizards with me. So that's my focus on is the Wizards season. And the Wizards, they play against the 76ers, I think, Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Yeah, and then they did a hack of Simmons. Like, it was really crazy. Like, I think he had, like, the record for, like, most free throw attempts in the quarter. Like, I think he had, like, 24 attempts in the quarter.
Yeah, and apparently there's, like, some talk as debating if other teams should do it as well.
Yeah. I mean, because I think they try to change the whole thing. I mean, they have to change it. They have to find a ways because – from what I heard, like the whole fourth quarter was 48 minutes long, almost an hour long. 50 minutes. It was almost like an hour long of a.
48 minutes is how long a game is supposed to be.
It's pretty much like how long the game is supposed to be.
That's amazing.
So for that to
with all the fouls and stuff,
all the fouls and everything, the timeouts and everything,
the
stoppages, it just took forever in the day for it. I mean, it was just like, come on now,
But
at the same time, it's a strategy thing. I mean, if you know the shooter can't shoot free throws, you're gonna foul him just so he can shoot them, and that's what happened.
Stop a good player.
Yeah, I mean, but even though all that happened, the Wizards still lost the game. But it's crazy.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. It's not the coach's rule to do that. That's the NBA rule. So you gotta go by the rules. If the rules say you can do that, go ahead and do it. If it's a strategic way for you to win the game, so
go ahead and do it. Even though it is kind of just like. Why do something like that? It's kind of like stupid-ish, but might as well. If it's for the best of the team, then
you gotta do it. Most definitely. Now,
the Clippers' playoff hopes are
over
after Blake Griffin's injury, and is it time to make a trade?
Oh, they gotta make some trades now. I mean, I think at this point they gotta not tank, but it's pretty much they gotta rebuild now. I think ever since Chris Paul been out. since he left and went to the Rockets, it seemed like their team just not been that good.
He was like their whole team.
I mean, pretty much. Like now, it's just like you would think DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin will take over what
anymore.
Of his absence, but it seemed like they really miss him
because like DeAndre Jordan is a good player, but he's no like the team can't revolve around him. He's a good
He's a defensive guy.
Yeah, defensive guy.
He gets the rebounds. Most of the shots come from them, but he's not a post up center. He's none of that. Pretty much all his shots come from lobs and putbacks and all that. But he's not really like a offensive center. But he is good at what he does, and he's
they
good
need
at
to get other people.
They need other people, so
it's
possible that make trades. He has an expiring contract this year, so he has 1 year left on his deal. So I think he should just go to another contender. I think I'm hearing he might go to the Cavs. And the Cavs will get Cavs will trade him for Tristan Thompson because Tristan Thompson he's just like DeAndre. They both rebounders.
Similar kind of guy.
They're similar guy. They both can rebound the ball and they can get off of rebounds. They have a high motor. So
yeah, honestly, I can't really name another player on the Clippers. Well, now healthy, except for DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, Austin Rivers.
I mean, Austin. Well, coach's son, but there's some young guys, but I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
It's gonna be hard for them. It's gonna be hard for them to win a lot of games, especially in the Western Conference when there's a lot of good teams.
Western Conference is really strong.
Yep, and then also we was just talking about the Cavs, but LeBron, he got ejected. I think last week. It was kind of surprising. I didn't even know that it was his first time in his career that he's been
ever ejected.
Ever ejected in the game. I was kind of shocked about that because I'm thinking, wow, like the man's been.
He's been playing since high school.
Since high school. And I was kind of shocked that he, throughout this whole time, he hasn't. He's been in career 15 years. I didn't know he'd been ejected. I thought he'd been there at least. I thought at least probably his third or fourth year in the league he did. But wow, his whole career he never been ejected before.
But I mean he's fouled out and stuff.
Yeah, he's been fouled up. But as far as I've probably been kicked out of the game
on his own power. So yeah, I mean apparently it was a drive to a basket and a no call foul. And LeBron clearly expressed his opinions and thoughts to the referee and thought it was a foul. And he got kicked out of the game. But yeah, I was listening to his some interview, his post game comments or something, and he's like, it was a foul.
It was a foul. I mean, he got fouled, but it was a foul, but I think he didn't have to go crazy like that on the ref and do all that other crazy stuff.
Part of it is that
I think it's just more so just anger.
Because of the level that LeBron plays, because of how good LeBron is,
the guy's a robot. The man is not he gets fouled, but I think a lot of people don't see it because
people expect for the refs to call fouls on him.
He gets fouled every time, but I think the thing with him is the refs don't see it because how big of a guy he is, so it doesn't look like it affects him when he drops the basket. It really does.
Much anymore.
Yeah, it really does for him. So
and also similar scenario.
Similar.
I did not see this one.
I seen it. Anthony Davis kind of went. He kind of went Super Saiyan on the ref. Like the man, they called a foul on him. Like he blocked a player's shot, and they called a foul. He just went ballistic. Like he was like, "Yo, like what the crap? Like come on!" Like, and he just was like. Rajon Rondo was trying to hold him back, and he was just trying to go to the ref.
Was it a good call?
It was a bad call. He didn't.
So it wasn't a foul.
It wasn't a foul. He blocked the player's shot. He blocked the shot, but they called foul on him.
But he made contact.
Nah, I barely did.
Then
barely. I mean, it was a clean. I mean, if you're gonna block a shot, you're gonna make contact with the guy more than likely.
Well, yeah.
But it wasn't it wasn't an excessive contact where the guy was he was in mid-air and he blocked the shot and he pushed him on the floor or something like that. It was just like a
blocking call.
It was just like a blocking call, So it was shocking about that.
I mean, the refs can't make the right calls all the time.
All the time, yeah, you can't do that.
Gotta give them some props.
Yeah, you can't do that. But yeah, I think, I mean, it's kind of shocking that. I mean, Anthony Davis. He's still early in the league, so he's still early in the league. He's been in his 4th, 5th year in the league, so I mean, he got ejected, so it's nothing. But you would think somebody like LeBron. And his 4th year would got ejected the same amount, around the time that Anthony Davis been in the league. So yeah, it's kind of.
I guess it's just not who LeBron is. Maybe he.
It's not that. I think it's just the refs. I mean, because he does go off the refs a lot. He always complaining about something, but
not
he never,
to this level though.
Not to the level where he's he's getting ejected.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I mean, I think we're done with NBA, right?
Yeah. Now we're going to talk about some professional hockey a little bit. Closer to home, Admirals have been struggling. And the Nashville Predators have cut ties with them. connection ish. The Predators are like the NHL, and the Admirals are like one of the lower tiers who like sends players up and like send players down and all that. So yeah, the attendance is down at the Norfolk Scope, and gotta tell you guys, this sucks. It sucks for the Scope, the community, and everything. The Admirals have been a fixture for 30 plus years here in Norfolk, and probably have provided many of us and our parents with great hockey for decades, and I don't want to see hockey leave here and all of that. So yeah, go out and see them play.
Yeah, show some support
before it's too late, because they haven't done too well the last couple of years. I know they had their like glory days back in like the 80s and 90s, but yeah, hopefully they can win some games and turn it around. And all that.
Yep, so I think we're good, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep, now thanks for everybody for coming and showing some love on Inside the Huddle. Quick little thing I want to say first. Faith without works is dead. So if you want to work and do things in life, you have to, if you want to pray about things for things that happen, you have to work for it. You can't just let things just come your way. You have to work for the things you got to get.
Got to work hard.
Got to work hard in anything you want to do. If you keep praying that, I hope that I can do this. I pray that I want this to happen. I want this to happen. If you want these things to happen, you got to go get it. You can't just hope for things to just come your way.
You can't let things come to you.
A little message to the youth and everybody out there that faith without works is dead. Go out and get what you got to get. There's no handouts in this world, so you got to come out and get it. So that's for everybody out there in the world that's listening.
Who's struggling, just got to go get what you want.
Get what you want. Shout out to everybody back at home. Once again, all my people back home, all my family, brothers, my sister, everybody. I'll see y'all in a couple weeks, but I'm just out here just trying to get this schoolwork out the way.
Yeah, you guys have a good weekend and good weekend for all of our classmates and students. Good luck on the exams.
Exams coming up.
We got a couple weeks of exams until a nice, well-deserved break.
Yeah, man, it's been well-deserved. So, like I said, please listen again next week as we bring to you another week of ODU sports and professional sports of your interest. So until then, go Monarchs, everybody.
Go Monarchs.
Let's get it.